Okay, I'm showing as time being 11:30. We'll go and get started. Again, this is Scott with the Weather Service office here in Raleigh with the weekly briefing. Um, Take a look at this week's weather pattern. Right now we have a warm and humid air mass across the area, which is not unusual for July here across the southeast. For the first part of the week, we will have a stalled frontal boundary across our region, and this will serve as a focus for the development of scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, particularly this afternoon and tonight. While the air mass is moist and slightly to mildly unstable, the shear is really kind of weak. So most of the storms will be below severe criteria. There could be an isolated severe storm or two this afternoon and again tomorrow afternoon, but overall most of the storms will be below severe criteria. That being said, though, the wind's flow aloft is kind of weak, though, so these will be slow-moving thunderstorms, and with the air mass as moist as it is, they will produce a lot of rainfall in a short period of time, so we could see some localized flooding issues through about midweek or so. As we progress through the week, you can see that the frontal system gradually dissipates by midweek, and we have an area of high pressure building in for the latter half of the work week. And so with fewer showers and thunderstorms around the afternoon, it will get hotter. And so while we're looking at highs today in the upper 80s to lower 90s, as we get towards the end of the work week, we're looking at temperatures back into low and possibly mid 90s for several sections. And then looking ahead towards the weekend, looks like we will have another frontal system coming down towards us from the north-northwest, and we may see an increase in the chances for afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms as we get to the weekend. Take a look at our severe potential. There is a marginal risk across the southern counties for this afternoon for a severe storm. But again, though, I think the threat is pretty minimal at this time, looking at the parameters this morning. And then just a general thunderstorm outlook for the next 2 days thereafter. Taking a look at expected rainfall for the week. Again, looks like today and tomorrow will probably be the wettest periods for the week, with the greatest chances of seeing appreciable rainfall. As we head through the rest of the work week, the shower storms will become more spotty in nature, and so the rainfall will be a little bit less. If you look at the 7-day total, it's showing a pretty good swath of 2 to 3 inches here across central North Carolina. This may be a bit overdone. While some locations will receive 2 to 3 inches, especially you get some of the slow-moving thunderstorms, I think most locations will probably get about an inch or less for most of the week. But if you're going to get rainfall, I think the next 2 days will probably be your best chances, with the chances decreasing thereafter. Then take a look ahead of the next 8 to 14 days. The signals in the upper air pattern suggest that there will be a building area of high pressure across the central and eastern U.S. And so when we start seeing that signal, that's usually a good indicator that we'll probably see some temperatures above normal for this time of year. And considering that our normal highs are around 90 or so, there's a pretty decent potential that we'll see temperatures in the mid to possibly upper 90s as we get into next week sometime. Rainfall chances are right now too hard to tell. Could be some afternoon convection here or there, but with temperatures that warm, though, usually the thunderstorm threat usually decreases also. And then take a quick summary of what happened Friday evening. We had a pretty good line of showers and storms go across central North Carolina. It's a little bit unusual this time of year to get an organized system to come through this part of the country. But this one did produce quite a bit of wind damage here across central North Carolina. We issued 21 warnings Friday evening. Another 21, 18 were verified. And I have to give applaud to the people out there in the field to really help us verify these warnings. Several 911 centers and several EMs, emergency managers, really took the time to contact us and give us their damage information as the reports were rolling in. So that really helped us out a lot. So again, thank you for all out there for responding to the call and letting us know what was going out there in the field. And so a quick summary, again, it's typical sometime pattern across central North Carolina. Temperatures by the end of the week could be as high as mid to upper 90s if the area of high pressure does build as expected. And the tropics remain kind of quiet for this time of year. Really nothing out in the Atlantic to really speak of, and looks like it's going to continue that way for the next 7 to 10 days. And then down here below, this is the forecast for the Raleigh metro area for the rest of the work week. And you see temperatures generally near normal for most of the week, then warming up again as we get towards the end of the week. that is about it as far as the weather goes. Are there any questions? Okay, not hearing any. That's all from the Weather Service. Hope you have a good week and stay safe.